October 27th, 2021. Welcome to the live stream online math tutoring session with mathcelebrity.com. Let's get it started. I'm going to run through problems exactly as they were typed by parents or students in the last 24 hours that were either not being able to be automated or just pull them out of the problem set so you could see how they're done. All right, first one is twice the product of P, Q, and R. This is an algebraic expressions. The product of P, Q, and R means we multiply all three variables together. Spell this right. P, Q, R. The word twice means we multiply P, Q, R by 2. 2 P, Q, R. That is it. It's an easy to start off with. All right, next one. I'm just going to pick some of these at random. 1/5 of 45. 1/5 is 1/5. 45 is 45. So we have, whenever you have a fraction of a number, it means 1/5 times 45, which is just 45 fifths, which if you know your times table, it is 9. So when you see a fraction, then the word of, and then a number, it means you multiply. I want to state that explicitly. Translated our word versions of the numbers into numerical terms, multiplied, simplified, and we got our answer. So we got fraction, multiplication. All right, moving on. 4AAABB. What the student's asking for here is write this in exponent terms. We have 2 A's and 3 B's. We write this as 4A squared B cubed. Whenever you have multiple variables multiplied by themselves, you use an exponent for the number of times they're multiplied. So we've got 3 B's, 2 A's, and the 4 is the constant, and that is our answer. All right. Exponent form, you can call it as well. Okay. We got, the company has 81 employees, of whom X are members of a union. How many are not in the union? You can either be a union member or a non-union member. This is our sample space. If we have 81 employees and X are union members, then this means that non-union members equal 81 minus X. Boom. So sample space was either union or non-union. X members of the union, which means 81 minus X are not union. So we had subtraction, and I'll do sample space because that helps you lay out the problem. All right. By the way, if you're new to the stream or new to my site, or maybe you've seen the calculator, all these problems I'm typing out on the forum are here, mathcelebrity.com/community. And you'll see these. In fact, if you're out there now watching this, you'll see these in real time. All right. What else we got? I'm going to spell this right. Let's take this one. A little bit shorter list today, which is good. Quotient of T and 12 is the sum of S and R. All right, so this is an algebraic expressions, and we're going to take this in, looks like 3 parts. The quotient, so step 1, the quotient of T and 12 is T divided by 12. Step 2, the sum of S and R is S plus R. The word is means an equation or equal to. So we set t over 12 equal to s plus r. Put that here. This is our answer. Better do step 3. So you can see we had this term, and then this word was clued you in that it was an equation. So each side's equivalent, and that's how we got our answer. All right, moving on. Add 5 to the sum of 2x and y. The sum of 2x and y means we add y to 2x. 2x plus y. Add 5. 2x plus y plus 5. That's it. Their algebraic expressions in the bag. Okay. Let me see here. Let's do this inequality. Switch it up a little bit. An elevator can hold less than 2,700 pounds of extra weight if an average person weighs 150 pounds. What is the maximum number of people, P, that can be on the elevator at one time? Okay, so total weight equals number of people times average weight. We don't have each individual weight, but the elevator likes to guesstimate based on average weight per person. Total weight equals 100 P people times average weight. So we've got 150 P. In fact, let me reverse this because we want the variable at the end. So it should be average weight per person times the number of people. We've got 150 pounds average weight per person times P people. The problem asks, what is the maximum number of people that can be on the elevator at one time? Well, we know that 150p has to be less than 200 or 2,700. We know from the problem that so the total weight of all the people is 150p at any given time, where p is the number of people. It has to be less than 2,700 pounds. So we want to solve this inequality for p. Divide each side of the inequality by 150. P divided by 150 less than 2,700 divided by 150. Cancel the 150s on the left side and we get P less than, and if you got your calculators, you may beat me to this. I'm going off screen to run this, 18. Outstanding. So this means we have to have less than 18 people, but we don't include the 18th person because it doesn't say or equal to. So less than, meaning 17 or less. So that actually two things going on here: algebraic expressions and an inequality. And that's how we knock that one out. All right, 2/3 of a number is more than -10. Number. It should be a number. I think I typed this in wrong. Phrase a number means an arbitrary variable. Let's call it x. If you've been on our stream before, you've seen these types of problems hundreds of times. Whenever there's an arbitrary variable, you can pick A through Z. The only thing you can't pick is I and E because those are reserved special numbers for math. So I pick X because everybody knows that. 2/3 of a number mean we multiply X by 2/3. So we have 2X over 3. The phrase no more than means less than or equal to -10. So no more than -10 also means less than or equal to -10. So we have an inequality. We have 2x over 3 less than -10. Sorry, less than or equal to, because we're going to include that. bold this, and again, we have an algebraic expressions, and this was also an inequality. I tag these problems too because if you're in the forum and you want to see other problems that were like it, you can click these tags up here. So if I click inequality, you'll see every inequality forum problem on here in our forum. We've got tons of them. So that's why I tag those. It's just easy for you to find stuff. All right. Looks like we got a couple left. Let's do this one while we're on the equation and inequality tip. The student or parent asks, given 9 minus 4x equals negative 19, prove x equal to 7. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going off screen here real quick, and I'm going to pop this equation into our search engine. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste in the math so you could see it because I only record one screen. It's better that way. Okay, so I've pasted in math from Math Celebrity, the main site for this particular equation. And let's go back here. So we're given this statement. We want to see if x is 7. What we do first is we subtract the 9s from each side. Why do we do that? Because we want to isolate the x term. We want to solve for x. Once we isolate the x term, we want to get rid of the coefficient. So we divide by the coefficient, which is here, and we're left with x equal to 7. So we did. We proved out that 9 minus 4x equal to negative 19. X is 7. So all we're doing is solving for this equation for x and making sure that it matches what we're asked to prove. Otherwise, the proof is invalid. So I'll put proof and equation. That. Okay. We got r squared plus the product of 3 and s plus 5. All right, that's a lot. R squared means we raise r to the power of 2. R squared. And by the way, this is another algebraic expression. We also got an exponent in this one. Product of 3 and s means we multiply s by 3. 3s. Plus 5 means we add. We got 3s plus 5. And then r squared plus means we add r squared. So really this entire term is, we got this plus this plus this. Product of the 3 and s is one term, 5 is the second, plus 5, r squared is the third, and this is our final answer. Okay, here we go. This is a literal equations. Let's do this one. I think this is the first one today. All right. AB over D plus C equals E for D. So if you're not familiar with these, this is literal equations. I know this because there's an equation given, and we want to solve for a variable. But the key is the variable. In fact, I should put this. I know this is a literal equation because we are asked to solve for a variable in terms of another variable. Okay. We want to solve for D, so subtract C from each side to isolate the D term. Get the equation here. We want to subtract C from each side, and whenever you do to the left, you got to do to the right. Cancel the C's on the left side, and we get AB over D equals E minus C. All right. Cross multiply. Because we have a fraction here and a term, this is also known as E minus C over 1, we can multiply the denominator of this side by the numerator of this side. And what we have is D over E minus C. So AB equals D times E minus C. Now, divide each side of the equation by E minus C. Why? Because we want to isolate D. Okay. So we've got divided by E minus C, and then we've got divided by, all right, cancel the on the right side, and we get, now what I'm going to do here is I like to have my variable on the left, so I'm just going to flip this over. I'm going to have D equal to, because these cancel, and I'm going to move this on the other side of the equal sign. So this is our final answer. D equals AB divided by E minus C. That's it. Okay. Two more. Difference of 25 and a number added to triple another number. Okay. The phrase a number means an arbitrary variable. Let's call it x. X. The phrase another number means a different arbitrary variable. Let's call it y. Now, whatever you pick, as I said earlier in the live stream, you can pick anything for this A to Z except, I believe, I and E. But whatever you pick for this, if you're going to do another number, it's got to be different. Triple another number means we multiply y by 3. So now it's 3y. So we're getting closer here to our final expression. Let me just adjust my mic here. All right, there we go. So we got triple another number, a number, and then we want, actually this is here, the difference of 25 and a number means we subtract x from 25. 25 minus x. Okay, we have this and we have this. So now let's bring it home. The phrase added to means we add 25 minus x to 3y. We got 25 minus x plus 3y. That is our algebraic expression. Also had an arbitrary variable. We actually had two of them. We'll just tag it like that. Outstanding. All right, last one, and then let's enjoy the day. We will sign off. Check the chat, make sure we're good. Okay, last problem for the day. A bag contains 3 black, 4 red, 3 yellow, and 2 green. This should be marbles. Marbles. What is the probability of drawing a black and then a red marble out of the bag without replacing the black marble before drawing the red marble? So draw. This is the key right here. This word right here. The phrase, bold and underline this, underline, without replacement is a huge clue on this problem. Okay, so we want take each draw and calculate the probability. That's what we're going to do first. Draw 1. Probability of drawing a red. Okay, we can just say equals total red marbles in the jar divided by total marbles in the jar. Copy this down. We had 4 red marbles, as you can see here, and we've got 3 plus 4 plus 3, 12 marbles divided by 12. But 4 over 12 simplifies to 1/3 using a common factor of 4. So the probability of drawing a red equals 1/3. And if you know greatest common factors or factors of numbers, this is not simplified. So to simplify it, we have to find the highest common factor for both, in this case 4. We divide the top and bottom of the fraction by the highest common factor, and we get our reduced fraction. Now, what we want to do is we're going to take draw 2. Draw 2, probability of drawing a black. Total black marbles in the jar. Clean all this up. Know what this is yet. Divided by total marbles in the jar. Okay. Here's where this without replacement comes in. We drew one red marble already. Without replacement means we do not put it back. Therefore, we have 11 marbles left in the jar. So this is a key phrase, and I'm going to italicize this so it grabs your attention. Total black marbles in the jar is 3 because we didn't pull a black, but now we only have 11 marbles in the jar. Therefore, we have 12 minus 1 equal 11 marbles left in the jar. Probability of drawing a black is 3/11. Now, the question asks, we're close. What is the probability? What is the following probability? P of red, black. Because each draw is, and here's another important word, independent, we multiply each draw probability together. All right. So what we've got is equals P of red times P of black. Drawing red because that's how I worded it up there. I don't want to confuse anybody. Red, drawing a black. Okay. We have both these probabilities already. We've got 1/3 times 3/11. The 3's cancel, right? So we have 1/11. That's it. Now let's go back through here so you can see this was a big phrase, without replacing. If they don't state that, you assume that the balls are replaced unless they tell you the balls are replaced. So probability, there we go. We take each draw independently, calculate the probability. We needed to know on the second draw that we had one less marble in the jar because we do not replace it. And then the last thing to know is, since each draw is independent, our joint probability means we multiply each draw probability together and we get this answer. So that's it. Good session today. Thanks for watching, and I will see you